guys, welcome to another episode of Cross Counter Asia. I'm finally reunited with my lovely host, Xian. We're back here in beautiful Singapore. First things first, we want to give a shout out to our Cross Counter family. Congratulations to Mike Ross and Gutex for going live. I think a lot of people in Europe and Asia have been complaining that, oh my god, it's live and it doesn't coincide with a good time for me. I'm at work. Everyone, you should either quit your work so that you can watch Cross Counter live in the comfort of your sofa at home, or you go to your office and you befriend the IT guy. He's probably Indian. You ask him, how can I get around the firewall and watch Cross Counter live in the cubicle on the company computer?
Yeah, and next we have to thank Singapore Comic Con for hosting the 5v5 events, where Team Top Tier with Gag in it and Kazi from Hong Kong won it. We have a 2v2, Weihan and Tommy, one of our two best Ryu and Chun-Li player, won it as well. Also not forgetting our MBC3 champion, Akon Man and Yama, who won the team tournament for our Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Thanks Comic Con for hosting everything.
Another thing, to go back to the West, Cross Counter Norcal has been born.
Yeah.
With all that utero juices. With the fetus, so that's there. Really looking forward to their material, what they can bring to the table. Welcome to the family. I wonder if there'd be like a North CC Asia, North Korea version. Do they even have internet there? Could they film?
Maybe.
They'd be starving and like filming with famine, and we'll give them bread and they would give us... Kim Jong-il will be like the fat Alpha Zero version of dictator.
Perhaps we'll have it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I just saw you in Tokyo.
Yeah.
And what were we doing there in Tokyo?
So I went for the God's Garden and I lost. Like, if anybody watched the stream. Yeah, it was pretty bad loss. Well, but I would really like to thank Justin Kwong and Saki, his girlfriend, for hosting me in a hotel. And Itabashi for bringing me to the best ramen, and definitely Margo for getting me the yun card he brought for me. Oh, not forgetting Tokido for housing me, and I really had fun in his Topanga office. Yeah. You know, where I went to his Topanga stream, man. If you want to see his link, it's over here. Yeah. And not forgetting Gamma for getting me a spot for in the God's Garden, so that I can get to play in the qualifier. Yeah, thank you so much.
I want to thank Gamma and also KSK, because they let me into the tournament on the press pass. And you know, it's really difficult to get, the one gripe I have about God's Garden is that to get a ticket, you need to buy it at a convenience store in Japan.
And it's sold out. Everywhere it's sold out.
It's sold out like the second day. This is like one of the most popular God's Gardens. So if you weren't in Japan, there's no way of getting in unless you were a hot girl. I saw some cute girls getting in there for free, and then also if you're pressed. So thank you, Gamma, for letting me in, KSK for your hard work. All the people at God's Garden, they work so hard. I've never seen a tournament that starts... God's Garden, what time did it start and what time did it end?
It started like 5 p.m. and it ends like almost 7 a.m. in the morning. Everybody was watching it to the end. It was so fantastic, and Fudo won it.
Fudo is on a winning streak.
Yeah, he just won Evolution 2011 and now God's Garden. He's not sponsored yet, so you guys know who to look out for the next time.
So it was Fudo number 1 who took the champion. Who was number 2? Momochi Yun. He's
from EG.
Yeah. And this is his second time getting second place after Shadowloo.
Yeah, he has been getting second place in recent major tournaments. So we'll look up and hope he'll get first soon. You know,
he's hungry. I don't think. I mean, most people would be delighted to get second place, but he is so good. When he gets second place, he's like slitting his wrists, beating up Choco, domestic violence. But he's really hungry. I think in the next major tournament, seasons beatings maybe in the U.S., he will be there and absolutely destroy the competition. He's really hungry. Another person that's really hot right now is the number 3 in God's Garden.
Uryo. Yeah, Sakura. He doesn't use a top tier, which is the 3 characters that everybody hated.
Yeah.
And he got so far in the tournament, beating out Seth, Ponko, beat it up Fei Long and Yun.
He beat everyone, I think. He had the tough, because he was in losers
He's
quite
in losers
early.
quite
and then
early. He just go all the way up.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. You should
So
go and check.
actually, I was in the Tokyo arcades, and there's like a Sakura boom because of him. So
Yeah.
everyone and their mother and their grandmother and their Filipino maid wants to use Sakura.
Yeah. He made all the people want to learn Sakura.
And Sakura's a good
so
choice because we're going to move on to our next topic. Sakura's a good choice because she got some buffs in AE.
2012.
And the top two characters, so Fudo using Fei Long and then Momochi using Yun.
Daigo may not be switching out of Yun, as
Yeah.
you guys can see the nerf from Yun.
Yeah.
He said it that he wants to win a tournament because he's a sponsored player.
Yes.
So if Yun is being nerfed too much, he may switch to another character. And he said that he likes projectile character more as well.
Yes.
So
there is actually a very, very good interview on 4gamer.net
Yeah,
on
4gamer.net.
Daigo.
Yeah,
you
can
check that out. If there's a lot of people hating on Daigo for using Yun,
Yeah.
but in this interview, you really find out why he's using Yun and why he's sort of pushed. Do you want to give the secret out? Or you already said it.
Yeah, he's kind of sponsored.
He's sponsored. This is
he
his
needs to
job.
win the tournament.
He
It's a
needs to
job.
win.
Yeah, so everybody should not hate Daigo because he has a job to fulfill.
He has that pressure, right?
Yeah,
I wish I had that pressure. You certainly wish you had that pressure. But we're not
Yeah.
sponsored yet. So we don't have that pressure. We can sort of pick the characters that we like to play, like you like to design. But Daigo doesn't have the luxury of that anymore, you know? So let's start off. I don't think, looking at these AE balance changes, which we're going to go into right now, I don't think Daigo will be using Yun anymore. What do you think?
I doesn't know about it because Yun doesn't feel that much as a nerf for me. Because the dive kick is one of the parts, it's very important. I do agree, but he's still very strong because the standing middle punch of the hitbox is really big, and that doesn't change. That's one of the most important parts.
All right, so let's go over the changes one by one for the top three characters, because that's, I think, what everyone cares about. And then we'll go over the sub-character, the less popular characters. So Yun, like you were saying, the most important thing for him was his standing medium punch hitbox.
Yeah, because it's really big.
It's ridiculous. And it moves forward, and you can carry into it. I don't know what you can do with
You
it.
can buffer into a lot of stuff.
Yes.
But they actually nerfed the target combo, which is one of the strongest. From -3 on the second hit on block, it changed to -6. So instead of characters like Fei Long and Yang, which can punish with their crouching leg punch Rekka, now it's really easy to punish with a lot of character because it's -6. But the distance is really far when it pushes you away with the target combo. So
we'll see. We'll see about that.
Yeah,
if you have a long attack that's 6 frames or less, you're going to punish him, but not many people have that.
Yeah.
So also the target combo damage is reduced a little.
Yeah, it's reduced by a little, but I guess damage difference is the one that Yun players doesn't really mind.
No,
because
they're going to get in.
Yeah,
they just need one more turn to kill you.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. And I think one of the most significant nerf for Yun is the crouching leg kick, because the crouching leg kick now has an upwards extended hurtbox, which what it actually means is because when you're fighting against Viper, crouching leg kick weaves against the Tandanaka, the uppercut move.
Yes.
Yeah, it goes under a lot of moves, like Tiger Knee as well, if you press it in the right timing. But now they extended the crouching leg kick, the hurt box. So you can't avoid a lot of stuff with the crouching leg kick. It's not as low anymore.
The same thing happened to Yang.
Yeah, Yang.
So both the twins have can't use the low light kick to dodge things anymore.
That's broken, so it's good that they fix it. So
another thing is in his bread and butter combos, we always see low medium punch, standing medium punch, up kicks. We all know that. We've all eaten that before. That damage has been reduced slightly, I think from 60 to 50.
Yeah, because of the reducing the crouching middle punch and the uppercut damage.
Yeah, and I think that all goes with the philosophy that you need 1.1 to 1.5 more turns with Yun to kill your opponent. But so the damage is reduced overall, but the design of the character is still the same. You're still gonna...
Yeah, it's a fair nerf. I think it's fair. But the most significant nerf, I would say, for Yun is the restriction of the height and the dive kick. Because that's the stuff that every Yun has been abusing. It's so fast, it's hard to react, but they make it like, Cammy in Super, he was nerfed for the height restriction. So it became really weak, or the height restriction. You can't do cross-up dive kick easily. And I guess that was one of the most buff that I felt was really bad.
Oh, the nerf.
The nerf, yeah, nerf.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
So I think, we don't know yet, but I think it might be the same height as Yang's dive kick. Or maybe higher, I'm not
yeah,
sure.
because Yang and Yun has the same height restriction in AE. But the height restriction is...
Yun can dive kick lower.
Can a bit low. Oh.
Can kick,
yeah. You may be right.
it's lower and it's faster.
Yeah, so... But he has +2 frames now, which...
That's another thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's not above because he can't make it the same because you only can dive kick at the high restriction. So the +2 frames for you to get linked to a combo easier. So it looks more like Yang, and Yang got opposite. Yang got nerfed by -2 frame when the moment he hits you. So it's the opposite for both. You know, Yang dive kick has a more hit stun.
Right.
Yeah, so now they change it. But Yang doesn't have a height restriction. So it's fair.
Alright, another big thing is command grab.
Yeah, that's the most
So
serious
AE,
one.
the top 3 characters, I think the biggest thing that unified them all was a ridiculous command grab that could lead into significant damage.
It's
but
the
now,
range.
yes.
The EX one is the range and the distance. The range and the 5 frames startup. Throw invisibility. That's like, come on.
So what happened to the EX command grab for Yun in this game?
It got nerfed to -8 frames.
It's 8.
So 8 frames is pretty slow for EX, and the normal is 11 frames. But for the normal throw, I can't presume it has a nerf. Because you know, like Fei Long, you know, he has a command grab that is 12 frames.
Oh, you can...
Yeah. So Fei Long can cancel standing light punch into a command grab.
Wait,
and Yun
that might be good.
Yeah, so Yun has an 11 frame command grab now. He may cancel a crouching light punch into a command grab.
Yeah, we don't know about that yet.
Yeah, because it's 11 frames.
You're right.
And Fei Long is short frame, so nobody knows if that is possible. It's another broken thing. And I guess nobody has noticed about that, you know. It's the same
Only
as Fei Long.
you're the savant.
If you think about
Seance.
it, yeah. So let's see how it goes.
Another big thing is that EX version has lost its throw invincibility. So it's no longer like Abel's tornado throw. You can throw Yun while he's trying to grab you. I think this is huge against, at least for me, I play Zangief.
Yeah, at least he can throw you out. Although you can still stuff out, you know, normal attacks with the EX one. Yeah, but that's fair, you know, you can't stuff out everything. So
I think one of the most broken tools in AE for Yun was the EX lunge punch. And this, of course, has been addressed. How so?
+1. They are now changed into -1.
-1.
Oh,
unblock. Is that good?
I think that's not much of a nerf, but they made the bad matchups will really become significant. You know, like Zangief, he has a leg grab, which is 1 frame. So you can't do EX launch punch on Zangief anymore. If he blocks it, he can punish 1 frame with the leg grab.
That's 2 frames.
That's 2 frames, the leg grab.
Yeah.
EX1? I thought there's a 1 frame grab.
That's ultra.
Oh, you can get ultra after
you get
blocking
ultra, yeah.
So you can't do
Don't
random
do that nonsense.
EX, you can't do that nonsense anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, and the up kick recovery now is a bit slower.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they nerf all the up kicks to slow
Before, his up kicks, even though you couldn't FADC cancel it, it flew away so far, and the recovery was so low, so small that you couldn't punish it. But now it's just like the AE version of Boxer, where he does the headbutt. If you miss, he'll land and he'll be stuck in mud. So now people can punish the up kicks. You can't just do it.
It's not as easy to do it.
Yes, it's not so irresponsible. What about this? Everyone hated this thing.
The middle charge is what they really hated.
Yeah.
And the active frames that it has for the palm, both were nerfed. So everybody were like, yeah, you know, so happy.
So it does, the palms do less damage.
Yeah.
They gain less meter.
And less active frames.
Less active frames, right? Before there used to be that invisible hitbox.
It's really hard to hit it even you know
force field.
Do it. Yeah, so they reduced the active frames by, I think, 4 frames at least. So that's pretty huge.
To go back to his up kicks, I believe the light kick version has less invincibility. So you can trade hits with it, which is really good because it's 2 hits. And the damage is really in your favor if you can trade with the first up kick hit. And also the medium up kicks, it's not that big of a deal, but the damage has been reduced.
I don't really understand the light kick, up kick, there's high invisibility only. So it does mean, can you still anti-air with it? Like, I'm not really sure, but...
Yes.
Because it's high invincibility, so I thought it was always the same. So I didn't maybe like.
It's really small now. You only have one frame of invincibility and hitbox together at the same time. So it's going to be. I think it's going to be like the heavy kick version of AE, where you can trade with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really bad. Okay, that's really.
Another thing, when you have like a saving crumple stun or the person's dizzy, the most damaging combo, correct me if I'm wrong, is that heavy shoulder. Into what they do. They did this, the palm, EX palm with the heavy shoulder, and then they punch or something. I don't know what it is. But they've reduced the damage on heavy shoulder.
Yeah, so generally the overall damage is being reduced. Damaging combo as well. All general damage is being reduced. And so that's about all for Yun. Then you can still use it, but it really takes more skill. You can't wake up and like spam uppercuts. Spam launch punch, you know, like yes, command grab for free. It's getting slower, so height restriction in the dive kick.
And also the Genei-jin time has been reduced by I think 1 second.
That's bad.
So when you're cheering for Daigon, you're going, hey,
You have to stop doing
there will
it.
be fewer hey, because now there's I guess a real second difference. And I don't know if that's big or not. But the overall I think the overall philosophy is to reduce. Like we said this before, to reduce the damage of Yun, he still has the same playstyle, but you're going to need 1 to 2 extra turns, if you will, to kill off your opponent.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you right now, knowing all of this, do you think you're still going to stick with this character? Do you think the other top Yun players are going to stick with him, or they're all going to abandon and run for greener pastures?
A lot of people will abandon Yun. I still doesn't know because I seldom use the dive kick, you know, the one that is really fast.
Yeah.
And I felt that if the bad matchups is not really bad, you know, like Zangief, I felt against Zangief, Sagat, because Sagat doesn't have much nerf. So Sagat, Zangief, all these will become really tough. So it depends on how I feel on these characters. But if I feel that it's really tough, and so I may drop it. You know, Yun is never a character. I play because it's broken and it's top tier. Yeah, it's never a character I like. So
sad, very sad. Moving on to the slightly less powerful twin, Yang. He also got nerfed. We didn't really see him in much of the tournaments for EVO or God's Garden in the higher brackets. But he's quite a popular character in Japan, at least. But he's also got beat with a nerf stick.
Yeah.
Now what happened to him?
The worst nerf possibility every ratio is the standing light kick, where he cancels into the mantis. It used to be 3 frame.
That was so good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's the
standing
best
light kick
ever. Pussies ever.
And
now it became 5 frames.
5 frames.
There's 2 frame more, and
that's huge.
That's like Sagat standing light kick. Yeah, they changed it really a lot. So that was, I mean, one of the most buff that really hurts Yang.
Yes.
Like damage.
3 frame moves. I can't say this enough. 3 frame moves are so valuable in this game that we call Street Fighter. When you take one away from a character, it alters the whole universe.
Yeah. It
flips upside down. But he still has a 3 frame light kick, and that's.
But the damage reduced.
The damage reduced by 10.
So
like, that's still good. I think he still has 3 frames. I think the speed is what's most important.
Yeah, and the uppercut is easier to safe jump now because it's 5 frames on the light uppercut. So you can safe jump Yang easily now because it's the same as Saga. And the jump.
Yang, I think, always had a 5 frame uppercut.
Yeah, I guess it was.
It's the heavy and medium kick that. There's no longer projectile invincibility, fireball invincibility.
Oh, okay. I misread the translation. So sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. So the cross-up middle kick, I guess.
That's the hugest thing. The thing that made Yang so fun to play for me, while he was still powerful, is that his jumping medium kick hitbox was the most ambiguous cross-up. With maybe like the exception of Adon.
He has a safe jump as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
That has been reduced. That has been nerfed significantly. I don't know what the hitbox looks like now, but I don't think there will be as much ambiguity as there was before. So that's huge.
And it may be hard to cross up now, so that would be horrible.
Another thing, not many people use this in AE, but his target combo damage has been reduced. That's not too big, I don't think.
Become 2 hit, become -7. Okay, not too much of a difference. Well, and the mantis damage been reduced. So basically, the whole combo of Yang of crouching light kick into standing light kick. I don't know if you can still link standing light kick to it. And do a mantis. You will be like, you know, crawling the ants. You know, you'll be like scratching the back for the opponent.
Yeah.
So
low medium punch, which is a rare attack because it's a punch attack, but it hits low. That was the main Seneinbu combo, the super combo, and so you could loop that forever, and it did a lot of damage. But now it's been reduced. The damage has been reduced from 6 to 60.
Yeah,
so
that's
now
a pretty bad nerf.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if you're doing the crouching mid punch combo, if you're doing the super combo, if you like do the Saku version, the heavy punch in the palm or crouching mid punch, the palm is nerfed as well for the damage. So your super combo generally works. Even if you do it with mantis, you know, it's just gonna be lesser. So overall, the super combo is not as powerful anymore. It doesn't have like reset for like 80% of the life. You can't do that shit. So it's not as strong. No?
Yeah, the roll kicks also has greater recovery. So if you get blocked, I don't know if it changes the setup on hit, but there's more recovery on that rolling up kick. So yeah, you can't do as much set plays anymore. I guess a buff would be an EX Mantis Slash. Now it's a true block string. Yeah. Before there used to be a gap.
There's a gap in the third hit.
Third hit
onwards, fourth hit also, fifth hit. But now it's a true block string.
Yeah.
So that's the only buff. But yes, command grab, no more.
Yeah.
Broken stuff are no longer available. Yes, less reach now. And
less reach.
Invisibility.
That's gone.
It's not as bad as Win. I think it lost it only from the 8th frame onwards. Like, you know, I don't really understand because I read the translation, but you know, so maybe
in the beginning it's okay, but then on the active frame it loses its throw invincibility.
Yeah, so when the later part, you know, like if you do a crouching light punch into an ES command grab, maybe if you did do a throw, you may throw it out of it now instead of never able to throw it out of it in AE version now. So,
and of course. This has also, actually Yang's is further out. This has been reduced. I think the damage, just like Yun, the damage, the active hit boxes, and the meter gain has all been reduced for Yang. So no battery charging.
You know, like keep doing it.
Yeah.
Overall, ultra damage is reduced as well, ultra 1 and 2. So it's not very significant, like 30 reduced. So generally, it's still enough.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that. Also, Yang Super, the time has also been reduced.
Yeah, it's 1 second shorter, and
so that's consistent with Yun.
So both were really bad.
Now I think out of all the 3 top characters, I think Fei Long got away with the least punishment from the Capcom spanking crew.
Everybody thought that Fei Long has the most nerf. Like, you know, I heard people talking, but maybe over here, like Fei Long is a second Rekka, but you know, good Fei Long players doesn't always go for the second Rekka. You know, they didn't.
They don't need. Yeah, the good Fei Long players, they can hit confirm on the first Rekka hit
and do the second hit. The second hit is they just gamble it because it's overpowered. It's hard to punish in AE.
Yeah.
But they doesn't mean I have to do it.
So the first hit of the Rekka has not been changed, and I think that's his most powerful.
Oh yeah, but the second one was changed pretty much. Like from -6 the light one to -8. Everything is -2 more. It's 2 more frames, so you can't gamble the second hit as easily.
Right.
But, you know...
But another important thing, the difference in AE and this new version is that the push block on the Rekka is not as far anymore.
Yeah, that's only the second hit.
I don't know about that. I think we need to check up on that. The developer blog wasn't clear, but it could be just only the second hit. So when he does that Rekka, he's still, like, he falls into your body and you can punish him accordingly before he would push you back.
So... still not so much, but maybe the standing middle punch, you know, the standing middle punch into the chicken wing on character-specific combo.
A lot of girl characters, right? Well, I think it was like
Juri,
Chun-Li.
Yeah, Chun-Li, you know, they can do the standing middle and the chicken wing into a heavy
Rose,
punch.
I think? I don't know.
Yeah,
Sagat, obviously.
They remove it. Okay, that's fair, you know.
That was a ridiculous
thing to get half a life gone, like Sagat.
Actually,
you get a command grab.
I don't think it was that ridiculous because they actually reduced the damage of the heavy kick chicken wing.
But the whole combo does really a lot of damage. It's a loop. You know, it's just of a command grab. you can do so many combos, so many hits, taking out 40% of a command grab.
So that's really gone. Fei Long's uppercut damage has been reduced.
Yeah, and
I don't think it's been reduced enough.
It's just a little bit.
It's just a tiny bit. And in my opinion, he has the best uppercut in the game. Because you can do it from...
forward, back, forward, you know.
Yeah, but you can do it from walking back. Other people have to like go forward and then do the uppercut, but Fei Long can be blocking, see you in the air, and then...
like, you know, you're blocking, so it's easy.
Just you're already holding back. You're doing the first input. So the damage has been reduced across the board, but just by a little. I think the heavy has been reduced like 10 points, EX has been reduced 10 points.
They nerf it after you've FADC, the first hit. That's very important. You know, when in AE now, like if people notice about it, if you uppercut, FADC and dash forward, it's 0 or +1. So
if you do a low light kick, 3-frame low light kick, they can't get out of it.
Opponent can't really throw you out of it. Yeah, if you uppercut and cancel into the low light kick. But now it's -1 after you FADC forward. So basically, you crouching light punch after blocking the FADC beats everything besides Fei Long doing another uppercut again. So it's a great gamble for Fei Long. He doesn't have that much frame advantage after all.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, so
poor guy.
But that was okay. That was like things that, to make it fair, it's not as bad, you know.
Heavy chicken wing not only does it have its damage reduced, but it also doesn't cross up opponents as much. I think the medium, the second hit used to hit your head.
Yeah, the light
you fly over, you like defecate on your scalp.
It's crazy, you know, like
the species would sink into your cranium, but now it doesn't. I think it goes over you properly. Yeah.
It changed the hitbox, so it should be better.
But one of the best pokes for Fei Long, low medium punch.
Damage reduced by 10.
Damage reduced, but the frames are still the same.
Yeah, it's still very effective. So
another thing I've noticed in this 2012 version, not only for Fei Long, I think also for maybe the twins, I'm not sure. Overheads have been increased in damage. They've received buffs. So I think it goes from 60 to 70 now.
But that's pretty much useless because Fei Long's overhead, if you block it, you can punish it. It's -3.
4.
-4. Oh, but if you only can do it in the max range to like try to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if overhead is just like 70. You know, even they increase it, but if you block it, you have to eat a combo.
Yeah.
So if they buff the useless thing, you know, to make Fei Long users feel happy.
But so I think Fei Long, out of all 3 characters that we've discussed so far, the Hong Kong team,
should be the least nerfed.
Should be the least nerfed. I wouldn't be surprised if Mago or Fudo
will still be continue using
Fei Long. In fact, I saw Mago's Twitter. He's like, "Is this all you're gonna do?" Like,
yeah.
He's still ridiculously strong.
I will still use it, you know.
And you know, Mago is really great at foreseeing which character is going to be really strong in the game.
Top tier, Mago, Tokido, they're really
good at. They're like prophets of the game. And if Mago is already saying, you know, these nerfs aren't enough, we should trust his word.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, let's go over the other characters that were not used in AE because they were too weak.
You seldom see them in AE.
I want to say that I think the development team, their overall direction is to pretty much buff everyone and nerf slightly those 3 characters that we discussed before. But everyone is getting raised up to a new level.
It's really a brand new level because they try to bring back a lot of stuff that those characters used to lose. Like, you know, Ryu. How about Ryu? Would I go back to you?
It almost feels as if Capcom wants Daigo to go back to Ryu because he got some pretty good buffs. The biggest thing mainly being his Ultra Combo 2. In my opinion, the most beautiful, you know, that chin. That chin. The most beautiful Ultra in the game. It has more uses now. It has a better hitbox. It could also be comboed into a counter hit, Shakunetsu, Red Fireball.
And the Tatsumaki.
But what is with that Tatsumaki change?
I may be wrong, but I feel that the Tatsumaki, but the 3/4, you know, the 3/4 Tatsumaki that he used in his super, where Daigo always uses it to get near opponent, the one that you hit the opponent, not the runaway Tatsu. It's somehow bad. You know, now in AE, the Tatsu was like, just go down. So that's a good one. So let's see if Daigo go back. You know, that's like
I would love to see him go back because
he said he liked projectile characters.
He loves the game to be centered around, to have projectile characters be strong. And in this game, I think there's a good mix of good projectile fireball characters, good charge characters, and also the rushdown dive kick type characters. So this is the first time we've seen them all coexist in this ecosystem. Are you dying?
Yeah. Choking.
Choking Blanka? Would you have some...
It's okay. Thank you. Yeah. So, okay, let's see. We now don't know.
So Shotos are good now. What about Ken? What do you think about Ken?
He buffed some target combo.
No one uses that.
I don't know what he's used, but the
Ken,
DX uppercut increase in damage, so pretty much not much.
I think Ken players will stick with Ken, like Banana Ken, or maybe Mochi will go back. Ken is still very good.
Yeah, Ken is still good. So let's move on to our
Chun-Li. I'm looking at Hanayama's Twitter. He looks like he's going to go back to Chun-Li, maybe. A lot of Chun-Li players that switched over to Yang are migrating back to Chun-Li. She's, in my opinion, is quite good in this game.
He has a lot of changes, which seems to me more aggressive. He doesn't have much change for defensive, but for aggressive. But he has more combos and more hit confirm stuffs to attack. So let's see
the target combos. Honda, hopefully they'll have this new version in time for Togeki, so Mike Ross can do some damage. But
yeah, Mike Ross has been sticking with Hondas for so long.
Yeah,
it's time for him to perform.
What did they do to Honda?
They changed the light hit, but they got back the invisibility back from Super. So that was that's one of the very good buff.
But I don't think it's a buff, because what they're doing is they're doing Control Z undo button and basically saying, we made a mistake in AE,
so we just undo it.
We're gonna undo it, but I would have liked to seen new moves, new properties, but they're just saying they're admitting a mistake. So they're like, the developer is
wrong.
Harikiri,
so undo it.
Seppuku in the Capcom room just hanging over, and I would like to chop off his head.
Yeah.
So can we call it a buff? Can we call it a nerf? I'm not sure. They're just going back in time.
Doing what they should do.
Blanka. I want to talk about Blanka because Blanka's disgusting in this game. Blanka's one of those weird characters that you can't really. That just messes up the whole game.
He's no longer popular. He's no longer popular since Velina because he doesn't have the rolling. Super.
The only person that plays Blanka is Choco Blanka, and she's only plays him because her name is that. She really wants to switch. She wants to be like Choco Yun.
He's known for Blanka.
Yeah.
So.
But I think in this one there'll be many more Blanka players coming out from the Amazon jungle. His Blanka ball on the fierce heavy punch Blanka ball and EX ball knocks down.
That's crazy.
And there's going to be set plays. I've seen some really sick stuff with
You'll be really aggressive for Blanka players now, T-Strike, Nishikin. Players who are not for Turtle Blanka. Blanka, they are doing it, don't play Turtle Blanka. You've got to be aggressive.
And not only does it knock down, but all the balls have damage increase across the board.
Yeah. And that's a good buff for Blanka.
Yes. Another thing is that his overhead thing, his little rock smash thing with his Vegeta hair. +5. So you can do overhead, low medium kick, and then probably rolling attack, which knocks him down, and then set up some sick stuff.
But I know the medium kick, medium punch, you can hold it back, right?
Yeah. That's why you can.
So you can Ultra is +5, because Ultra is 1+. I know Blanka can do standing middle punch in the Ultra, neutral standing middle in the Ultra, because it's +5 on hit. So he may be able to do overhead in the Ultra.
I might need to pick up Blanka.
Yeah.
Blanka's doing really good.
Nobody knows.
Next, your
favorite character, Zangief.
Not really. They didn't really do anything to him. They just...
I think it's pretty much, the stun is crazy. They're up in the stun. But the most significant, I would say, is the slide, crouching hit, the long slide, the one that knocks you down. They lower the hitbox. It just depends on how much they lower it. If they lower it so much that it can go through low tiger shot, I tell you, Zangief, you will not be afraid of Sagat anymore. You can slide if you're able to make the slide as low as, I don't know how much, you don't know as well. So,
yeah. Guile, I think, is making a comeback from back to his Super days. He's not as strong as Super Guile, but he's still quite strong now.
Super Guile is not really strong. He actually buff guy, but you mean Alpha?
No. From vanilla to super.
Vanilla to super?
Yeah.
The guy?
Guile.
Guile. Oh,
I'm
Guile.
sorry,
Oh,
Guile.
I'm mistaken. Oh, Guile. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't
It'll be
speak
that.
English.
No, I misinterpreted. Yeah,
No, so, you know, Guile is strong now. So they gave him back his Sonic Boom. It's harder to hit him on counter hit.
Yeah,
Before,
and it's only in AE that you can counter hit.
it's ridiculous.
Like, it's stupid.
He's finished throwing his boom, and then like 10 seconds later, he gets counter hit by it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This thing, the backbreaker, all the air throws have been reduced back to 3 frames, so it's very fast.
So we can, like, you know, Daigo, you know, he grabbed the chicken wing again with the air throw, you know. We can't do that in AU. 4 frame is so difficult.
Yeah. Spinning back knuckle towards a heavy punch. Not as strong as Super. It was 120, but now it's 100, so it's pretty good. And that upside down kick that he does is now throw invincible.
So it's a very good frame trap to use it now.
I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
What about
Dhalsim? You know,
Dhalsim.
he was really my favorite character. You know,
his curry naan.
He's really my favorite character. But I really want to use him. But you know, the game doesn't allow me to use it, you know, in Arcade Edition. You know, I have to choose a character I didn't like to play top tier, you know, because I really like Dhalsim. Because I like playing defensive, you know. I feel achieved.
So his super damage has been increased. I think they've sort of tweaked with his Yoga Flames.
Yeah, there's not much change really. They just increase the damage for Yoga. But, you know, they nerf Yin Yang and Feilong, and that's...
Yes, so a lot of the times when you look at your character, you can't look at what they did to your character, but you have to look at the whole ecosystem. Who is bullying Dhalsim in the school?
Yeah, the bullies.
Shaking him for his rupees. He's like, give me your rupees. They've all been nerfed now, so now I would say Dhalsim's future is much more bright.
I would say so. I think back of using Dhalsim, but they buffed Abel.
That they did.
Yeah, so, you know, Abel has been a bad matchup, 7-3 since Berliner, and now they buff Abel again. Sorry,
like that.
I don't want to play the Abel. You know, I really hate the Abel Dhalsim matchup. It's horrible. I don't know how maybe I will switch to Dhalsim.
I think the new nemesis in this game, at least for charge characters, is going to be Boxer.
Yeah,
Boxer is really disgusting now.
Yeah,
they're not disgusting. They just return. They return back to Super. So it's just like I think with a lot of charge characters, the development team went too far in castrating their balls in AE, and now they're just saying, "I'm sorry, let's give you back the tools." But Super Boxer was arguably one of the best characters in the game, and now he's back in full form.
He's even better.
He's better
because the overhead now you can link into crouching middle punch into headbutt. You can't, it's character specific.
Yes.
You know, some character you can do loud like it, some character you can only sweep, you know, but now it works on all characters.
That's huge, because I think there's 2 types of people that play this game. There's one type of person, when Boxer is doing his overhead smash, can see it and react. The other type of person, like me, I can't see it till this day. I'm like, I can't block for it. And if you're that type 2 that cannot block his overhead,
you hit Boxer.
Boxer will murder you in 2012.
Overhead, crouching middle punch, headbutt, ultra. Good luck. That's like
goodbye.
40% at least, you know.
Boxer is coming back. Next up, the other 4 bosses in the Street Fighter. Claw,
yeah. He doesn't really have the buff that I thought he would have it.
Yeah.
It's not very fantastic, but I think overall the best one should be the Ultra one, where you know he fly towards you, he hits you. In AE, although they buff it, but somehow, you know, you hit it in a weird way, you can't connect. And now, if you just randomly Ultra, pam, you hit it no matter what. So that's a good buff. Cosmic Heal as well. Like, a lot of players love the Cosmic Heal. So it's now like 1 frame negative. So it's like the maximum is only -3. As long as you don't do it right in the face, it's almost not
And his
punishable.
sky-high claw, the wall dive with the punch, now knocks down.
So
I think that should have been, I mean, this guy is coming at you with like a knife to your throat.
So you should
knock down. You shouldn't be like, and then come back.
And from the recovery that I saw from the moves, you should be able to do a safe jump after that. That will make a big difference for that move. So, Sagat. Let's get on to the...
I love Sagat in this game.
Nothing changed, you know.
I love it. But I think the philosophy is, this character design, he should be a strong character. He was, you know, the nemesis in Manila. Let's just keep him that way. So the only thing that he's received is the extra damage on his Angry Scar. But for just like we're saying about in deciding which character, in judging how your character fared in this whole ranking, the new ranking system, you can't always think about what buffs he got. You have to think about what nerfs he did not get.
Yeah.
They didn't touch him, and that's fabulous. He was great.
Sagat only have a few really bad 7-3 matchups, and those were all gone, like Fei Long.
Yeah.
So I think Sagat will be a very strong character in this version.
I'm also kind of scared of Dictator.
Dictator, I didn't know about the changes.
Basically, his stun has increased for all his scissor kicks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It used to be 100.
It used to be 100, now it's 150. So he's going to push you in the corner. He's going to be kicking you. I think they've also increased his...
150 is crazy because like I always add like 5-6 scissors kick in a game.
You're going to
so
get
I get stunned if I get it immediately.
And I got destroyed in Evo by Andy OCR. And one of his... Yeah. I hate you. But the cool thing is about his style of play is that he'll hide the stun meter by always like being near you and making you block something. So even though I think that I've recovered from my stun, I'm actually at that 800, 700, 900 level, and the next hit is going to make me dizzy. And I never knew that. Like, it's always hidden, and he's always calculating. So I think with this additional stun, aggressive Dictator players are really going to do well in this game.
Shungoku Neurosis
is going to be back.
Yeah.
One of the top tier characters in AE, Sea Viper. We've seen a lot from...
I think it's never been changed, Viper. It's always been above average, strong.
Yeah. Their philosophy for the development team is just to bring Viper's damage down to a regular character level. So just like with the twins, you're going to need a couple extra turns to kill
Viper.
Kill with Viper.
Yeah, right.
But Viper has so many turns, right? Everything leads to like a knockdown.
And it makes the combo easier, like the burning kick into the ultra one.
Yes.
It used to be real, the timing's
That's huge, yeah.
But they make it easier, so...
Yes. I like that. So I think there's going to be much more
Viper characters. You don't have to be so more people using Viper.
Before you have to be a specialist, you have to be like related
really
to Dask and have his DNA.
Yeah. So now it's a bit better.
But so the damage overall for most of the moves has been reduced, but a huge buff is that the hitbox for Ultra 1 is better, and you don't have to be so technical and precise.
Characters are nerfs, so she'll be good. You know, we were like want to talk about Alfred. I started this game with Alfred. He got the invincible tortilla back.
Alfred is so scary in this game. Yeah. I'm scared of this character.
In TKD, the most famous Japan Alfred player, back in the vanilla days, when he teamed with Daigo and Bonchan for, the Togeki, we all knows how scary. Nobody there's an interview with Pudo. Who does you want to meet most? He said TKD. Because Alfred is really strong with the invisible tortilla. The setups are crazy,
It's ridiculous. Once he grabs your head, you're finished.
In a tournament, one game, best of 3 game, you want to rush him down. You don't want to get caught in a setup.
Yeah.
Now he's back. Watch it out. TKD. He will be using it. I believe it. No more boxer for TKD. I think.
Another thing is that running move with the suicide bomber.
Yeah.
The quesadilla bomb. That EX thing will do a
wall bounce
now. So you can grab him with the air grab. You can do like the splash.
You can do a lot of setups. You can slide and do a safe jump.
Yeah.
It's like... And the charge time.
Charge time is lower.
Yeah, so...
The recovery is lower.
Alfred players that have always been using Alfred, like 50 yen in Japan.
Yeah.
They will love all the
They're coming back. G-Pi from Taiwan. Is going to be very scary.
And let's Rufus.
Rufus, what does it say about Rufus? Not much. I don't think he's really changed.
MTA Ultra 2 is now 2 more damage, 236 instead of it gets 10 hits, so it's better.
Yeah, Abel is back.
Abel is crazy.
Abel is definitely back. He's one of those people that they did the undo button with, and now his tornado throws are back with damage.
I think they not only undo it, they kind of even buff it a lot. Like the tornado throw more damage.
I think it's back to super levels.
The tornado throw, I think in Super NA is the same. Only the crouching heavy punch got nerfed. And
that's back. Crouching heavy punch has its good hitbox back. You can use anti-air, and that can link into the breathless.
And the breathless, and the breathless kind of got back. Breathless was nerfed in AE. They knocked him up, but now it's back.
Yeah. His invincibility. Another thing, I'm really curious as to what this is going to do. But Abel can now do so after he does the first hit of COD, change of direction. Not many people use the kick, the low kick. But now you can do that. I don't think it's a combo, but if that person is holding up stand blocking, they're going to hit the kick. That's going to reset the damage and the stun. And then you can FADC the kick version into low heavy punch, bum bum, into Ultra 1.
That's crazy.
That's going to be crazy because that's going to reset the damage.
Oh my god, that's such a horrible character to play in a tournament.
I like, Apple's going to be strong in this. What about Pungo's beloved Seth?
Oh my god, I think Pungo is going to love Seth. Basically, the nerfs that they kind of said, I don't really see Pungo using those things.
I don't really see him using Tandem Stream, no.
Yeah,
Tandem Stream damage has been reduced, but Pungo doesn't use it.
These are moves that Pungo doesn't use, and the bars are moves that Pungo loves to use. So Pungo becomes really scary in AE 2012.
Yeah.
Watch out. Total hates Pungo.
Total hates Pungo.
Yeah.
I saw Tokido on Twitter today. He was not that dejected. He saw the changes for Gouki. He's like, as long as they keep Gouki the way he is, with these new 2012 changes, I'm still going to play him. What did they do to Gouki?
They did the overhead, the Demon Flip Pump. It's no longer overhead. So
I think that's fair. It has like 0 recovery, and it breaks armor.
Yeah.
So it, in my opinion, it should be low block. I think that's fair.
Because a lot, Akuma's worst matchup was mostly Yin and Yang.
Yeah.
So they all got not really bad. And Akuma was basically good against most of the cards. So just a little buff, I don't think it's too much. Yeah, that's not a very important move for Akuma.
And I think the other nerf that he got is that his forward throw.
I didn't really understand the forward throw part.
Because his recovery is 2 more frames.
It's +2 or -2. It recovers.
You can't move for 2 frames more. So the forward throw, dash, and then into the medium.
But that's only in the center of the screen.
That's only in the center of the screen.
So it's not that bad. In the center of the screen, you can't forward throw and dash 2 times.
You can't do the same set play, yeah.
Yeah, but you can cross up Tatsu. So it's still 50-50. But in the corner, nothing changed. Because, like Tokido, there are a lot of setups like throw.
Tokido is just going to have to spend another hour in the lab.
And, instead of whiffing the crush minute kick and do a like
studying for his metaphysics degree in
he just whip another
Tokyo University. Yeah, he just needs to find out a better recipe.
Yeah, nothing much change. Only the center of the screen.
I think that's why Tokido's not that worried.
Yeah, it will be very strong.
But it seems like this nerf is just directed towards Tokido only. They're like, we know this guy is going to create some crazy recipe for the Vortex. Let's make it harder for him,
Yeah, so the middle one doesn't matter for him.
But the fact that they did not touch his standing heavy kick, far standing heavy kick, in my opinion, that's one of his best moves. They didn't touch that, so he's still a very strong character.
Yeah, and the throw in the middle of the screen, they will just, instead of dashing twice forward, they'll do the heavy punch into the demon flip, safe jump as well. You can ask Tokido. Tokido will have the idea.
I think another common theme in this update is that they want to make every ultra combo viable. So you need to actually make a decision instead of, some characters clearly have a better ultra combo.
You mean Yin? And nobody uses Ultra 2.
But for Gouki, in this example, like Gouki's Ultra Combo 2, the damage has been increased. So now people need to, think, oh, maybe I should start researching with Ultra Combo 2. The damage is great. So that's, I think, across the board. Gouken needs like his own very episode because he got the most changes in 2012.
And me and you doesn't play Gouken.
Does anyone play Gouken? Name a Gouken player that's famous.
Gouken.
Bullcat, okay.
Yeah, most of the people doesn't play.
And he kicked us from the
game. He doesn't want to play with you.
So you know what, as a punishment, I'm not going to even talk about Gouken's changes.
Yeah, no talking.
Because of
we doesn't know
Bullcat.
about Gouken also.
All you players, your Messiah, kicked us from the room. If you watch Excellent Adventures, which we're going to film soon, he kicked us. I don't even want to talk about Gouken. I don't even know how to play him.
We're going to check it out.
But I think he's to be serious, I think he's gotten better.
Yeah,
Gouken.
although we don't understand what his move they are above, like we don't even know which move. It's so sad.
I understand, I'm too tired to translate. Let's move on to Kami, very small changes. I think for the most part...
not much changes.
No, just the spiral arrow has changed.
Not really that.
Yeah.
Nothing much.
So the hot character of the month, of course, is Sakura, thanks to Udo. And what happened to her?
That the crouching leg kick, the hitbox of the EX. Now connects.
Tatsu.
It used to have a red but character specific. Sometimes it misses. Like in God's Garden, you did a crouching like jab, and it misses on a crouching opponent. Okay, now it's fixed. No more character specific shit like this. Guile is gonna.
Yeah, I think another thing is the charge fireball now has more uses because the damage is good.
It'll be increased.
Yeah. So the damage is good and it's actually quite good hit stun, block stun.
Nothing much changes. But
That's why
it's just buff, only buff.
So hopefully this Sakura wave can last in 2012 when we see more Sakura players. Because I really enjoy watching Rudio play.
Yeah, actually kicking everybody's ass like crazy.
Yeah. Rose, that gypsy whore, what happened to her?
You know, I think he didn't. Maybe a lot of people is amazed by the buff, but I'm not really amazed. You know, the Soul Satellite, you know, the one, the Ultra 2.
As long as there's no invincibility on Soul Satellite.
7 frames to 5 frames. So I'm real. I'm going to sweep. I'm going to do a safe jump. You're going to do a Soul Satellite and he's still going to get hit. Come on. I don't think it's enough. It's a buff. It's just like improved by a little bit. Yeah. Not really good. Not like it's super.
Soul, Rose is a little better, but not as good as Super.
Yeah.
Gen. I saw Amiyu's Twitter.
God.
He was like, woo! He had a party. Gen has a lot of changes done to him. That rolling move is really good now on block.
Go
has a really good
projectile.
Yeah.
Invincible all the way. You can't hit me, you know, I'm invisible. Crazy.
On the little, what is it? That tap dancing thing he does in the air. If you hit the final hit, right, you need to have that special rhythm to it. They will reward you for hitting the final hit. If you get that final hit, it's an untechable knockdown.
Oh my god, more safe jump and stuff.
And you know, Gen, he has those weird jump arcs and he can change his stance. And he has like really ridiculous cross-ups. So I expect like a lot more players. Hopefully we get to see more Gen players.
It's really for execution-based people. Yeah, they will really love Gen. Well, let's see. Okay, the funniest character of Street Fighter, Dan. It's always been funny. Now he's not a joke. He has been buffed. You know, he has been buffed. He's no longer a joke.
He has really good he has like better normals now. I think his EX Dankugyaku connects on all hits after Shoryuken FADC, so that's a viable thing.
And he has some crazy combos, you know, like middle punch, you know, middle kick and heavy kick and into the EX. I don't know what's that, you know, like heavy kick in the middle punch, middle kick.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, it's gonna be damaging, you know.
Yeah.
So many middle and heavy attacks. So,
one fun bonus that they gave him is that his taunts now they gain super bar on hit and on block.
That's just another thing that Capcom want to make them funny.
No, yeah, it's just funny. If you got the meter gain without hitting the person, like that would be broke.
Without hitting a person, it would be good.
Yeah.
If on hit, it's another joke. Forget it. Never mind. Just joking.
KOG, his favorite character, T-Hawk, what happened to him?
Oh, I think it's considered a buff. Should be. I don't really see it as a nerf because the
T-Hawk got better. His low heavy kick now cannot be interrupted as easily.
Oh.
So those two hits connect on block.
It's not like the Guile one, right? So it's not
Guile you could hold up and then dodge the second hit on block.
Focus,
this one, you're stuck in it.
But I think the best about this is that the heavy, you know, down heavy punch, you know, he jump out and do the safe jump most of the time.
Yeah.
The really good one. You can now do it off a neutral jump.
What does that do? Like it looks weird.
Yeah, he has a huge hitbox and now you can do it off a neutral jump. So you'll see more. Yeah.
Okay, let's finish the last characters.
Like they're all characters that we can't really explain much because, you know, like Juri.
No,
we don't really play. But
we'll do it though.
We'll do it.
Hakan, I think is going to be is going to be a strong character, as strong as he'll ever get. The biggest thing to me is that he starts off with oil. Before, you'd have to run away like a coward.
And have to try to oil yourself.
Try to oil yourself up. Now he starts with it.
This is the most significant buff.
That's a huge metagame change.
And all the buttons, the jump buttons, like the active frame, all this is so different. Yeah. I don't understand it, but it all looks like a buff to me. Because active frames becoming longer is never enough. You know, the attack stays there for longer, never be enough. So it's too many. So I don't know.
There's so many changes on Hakan. I'm really looking forward to.
And the super, you know, the one where it's really hard to anti-air, but where you can get hit if you are standing.
Yeah.
Even a block, you can't block it. Now it's faster, so it's a very strong anti-air now. The super, he jumps up and fly you and roll you all around. So Hakan and Dan, I would say, are viable characters if you really try. Yeah.
Before, if you tried,
they're giving Wildcat a chance.
Yeah.
You know.
Adon, I think, was already a broken character. I've seen a lot of the Japanese Twitter. The character that they're most afraid of now is Adon. Because he didn't get any nerfs. It's all buffs. He still has no moves that you can focus attack for some reason. He's just gotten better. I think there's going to be a lot. There's going to be, before there was only like a couple of Adon players. Gamer B. There's going to be more Gamer Bs in the world.
Because Adon now is really
There's
strong.
going to be a swarm of Bs now.
They keep buffing and buffing.
Evil Ryu, the one guy that I saw use him was Kindevu. Unfortunately, he lost in God's Garden. But if he sticks with Evil Ryu, I think he has a chance now because this character has gotten quite strong.
He got one of the best things that I really like. You know, he's an Akuma player. I like the Tatsu and the sweep. Now the sweep for the Evil Ryu, instead of 7 to 8 frames, you know, it's really slow, Evil Ryu sweep. Now it's like 6 frames. So instead of some characters that's specific, where you can sweep, like you can sweep down and barrel in AE after the Tatsu. But a lot of characters, you can't sweep it. Now, it's 6 frames. So a lot of characters you can Tatsu, like Minepa, Tatsu and sweep.
Right.
It's like new Akuma.
Yeah, so you can play it in the Tokido style.
Yeah,
Tokido
and they
style.
buff the health as well.
So both the health and the stun have been increased.
Akuma. Yes, the teleport.
Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, the teleport's still bad. But the weirdest thing, like we were talking about this earlier, he can cancel his overhead into a Tatsu.
Yeah, that's...
What is that?
I don't understand.
He's the only character that can do this. Other characters, of course, they can do empty cancel, right? Like Gouki can do his overhead smash, but he can cancel into super, but that's an empty cancel.
There's no more that can hit.
This one, you hit the person with the overhead, that
and
hop
cancel
kick,
into
and then
Tatsu.
cancel.
And EX Tatsu will hit full, and heavy Tatsu, you know, the first hit, it hits the low one. So if it's near, overhead into an attack, like you can FADC and dash forward. I don't know about that, you know. Crazy. Like over in the corner, you know, you have the mix up, like you jump heavy punch, do overhead into EX Tatsu, and Arugan Ultra Daigo may be using it if that's going to happen.
Dudley. I was looking at Marin's Facebook. I think he's returning.
To Dudley.
The return of the Sith. Dudley's, in my opinion, I mean, he's always been getting buffs. He's going to be quite scary now.
Yeah, he has all the way been a very character that not, like, he always looks strong, but at the end of the game, he's not strong. So they always buff it after every version. Super in AE, and now they did a buff again. I don't really play Dudley, so the buffs I don't really understand.
One of the funny things is that you can now super cancel the rose toss thing.
You can even FADC, I heard.
Yeah, so I guess you throw it and then like you do your uppercut thing.
If the rose is it gonna be overhead? If the rose is gonna be overhead, like you like throw the rose at FADC and hit low, like, you know, Marvel unblockable setup, like, okay, I don't think it'll be overhead. Never mind.
Oni, we didn't see many people that played Oni, except for that like Wildcat and Aita, but he's quite a good character. Yeah, Aita did drop him. But he's a little better now. His health has increased. His EX Shoryuken.
His demon has increased as well.
Yeah. Hopefully we see more Oni players.
Yep.
Juri, I'm really scared.
I'm always so afraid of Juri.
I'm thinking, my guess is that one of the top players in the world is going to main Juri. That's my guess.
Really
Someone
good.
is going to be like, wait, this character is messed up.
Because
I'm going to pick him up.
Because the Juri, the Ultra one, it's always been really strong. Like, nobody really discovered it, you know, like, how do you actually block it, you know, how to actually, you know, when, you know, he knocks you down, Juri, he did an Feng Shui engine, you don't know what to do, you don't know what he's going to do. Now they add in some additional features, like faster dashing and more combos, so let's leave it for the Juri players to find out.
Juri's going to be really scary.
I think so too.
I'm scared if Saku picks up Juri, what would happen? Because he likes those girl characters.
He like those like mix up.
Yeah, he's going to be in the lab doing things and discovering new things. Someone's going to be picking up Juri. One of the craziest things is that little pinwheel kick is better now. You can pinwheel FADC into the Ultra 2.
Oh my god, that's the most so easy to hit. Oh, crazy. You know, in Super when this came out, everybody was complaining the speed. How do you punish it so fast? And now they're going to FADC and out in the Ultra too. I don't know. Like, he seems to be really good. Like, he gains meter, you know, from the
during the
Feng Shui
engine.
Like, what? The Feng Shui engine is like gain engine. How do you gain meter out of it? Like, you're gaining meter is like, is it going to be like third strike in? You know, my third strike in is
well,
not
you're using your ultra combo and gaining super during the ultra
combo.
But I know what you're saying. You're gaining meter while you're already in a special properties when you're super powered up, like the X Factor.
Yeah.
Right?
You're in Ultra and you gain super bar. Like, you know.
I'm really scared. The dash, of course, is faster during Feng Shui Engine. One of the best dashes in the game. Really low hitbox.
Yeah.
Really scary character.
Now let's talk about Ibuki.
Uh-huh.
I tell you, I always want to main Ibuki since Super.
Why?
Ibuki is such a mix-up character. It can play offensive, defensive, safe jump, mix-up is so good. I always like her as a character, you know. And I didn't see, there's no nerf for him. I see buffs. Crazy, you know. I love this character.
Ibuki will be there.
And she's really cute. Never mind. You know?
Yeah. One of the biggest buffs for Ibuki is her Ultra 1. That grab thing. It can hit in the air now.
So you can like anti-air it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
before if you get hit, only the ball, that little supernova.
There's like one hit and you just
you
knock
fall
down,
on the ground, didn't hit. Now that thing will suck you in and you'll get the full hit animation.
And you know when you Ultra 2 Ibuki, if you're like in the mid-air, you know, you will not get a full hit. You hit once and you just whiff. That's stupid. Now they actually patch it. So it may be possible to anti-air Ultra 2. If you jump
Ultra
for
2
range
hits,
and Ultra 2, you know, it may be possible.
Full animation on the mid-air hit.
Mid-air hit, yeah. So you just get a hit off in the air and you just like juggle the whole thing.
Makoto, I'm very sad. Got nerfed. I loved Makoto. I'm a huge fan of short hair on girls. But there's a health nerf from 1000 to 950. All the up punches, the Fukiage, all the damage has been reduced. Karakusa, that little collar grab that starts the combos, the range has been reduced.
But now,
I'm really sad.
I think if you charge the Hayate for a bit, or what, is you have faster recovery.
Yes.
Am I right? So
You're right.
So if you charge it, you know, like people heavy punch and charge a while and reduce it, you know, you'll be very scary still when you're, you know.
Who's gonna charge the punch though?
No, if you charge it and you cancel it, you know, you can link to a middle punch.
Right.
Yeah, so if you charge it and release it, and instead of like -3 on block, it's like -2. You know, people, you know, if good Makoto plays, you understand saying like heavy punch, you do the, you know, the charge move is maybe like -1. But if you charge it for a while and release it, it's still combos, but you will get faster recovery if you charge it for a bit. So it's another.
I think the max one breaks armor. If you hold it to the max and release it, it breaks armor. It does like hard knockdown.
And you will yell, you like give a sound out. When it's correct, you have a sound, so you know it's when you reach level 5.
Right.
Okay, I don't know what use the haste. You know, maybe.
Another character. I think all the criminals, sexual predators, are going to be turning to Cody.
Yeah.
Busting out of jail.
Crazy Cody.
We will try to register all the sex offenders, but I think they're going to be coming out of the woodwork. Cody is going to be super strong. I think one of the things that people were complaining about was his walk speed. Now, I read the translation really quickly. I think he only walks faster when he's holding his knife.
Yeah. I'm not really sure about that.
But he's a different character. Now, he's really good. He's really good with the knife.
Yeah, he got a lot
He's got a shank. Yeah.
And when you pick up the knife, you won't get hit now.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah. If you pick up the knife, you will get, I don't know, you know, it says something like, you know, you can't get hit when you are taking up the knife. It's, I don't know, and the bad spray move is being improved a lot. You can add
bad spray, that little thing on his wake up is 2 hits now. You can cancel the first hit.
And
FADC it.
Ultra 1.
Ultra 2.
Ultra 1.
Oh.
The one that is destruction. That move is bad spray. I didn't know about it.
Yeah, the wake up thing. He's throwing rocks at you.
Sick. That's really sick.
I hope Momochi drops you and goes with Cody.
I think Momochi may go back to Cody.
If you haven't had
see his blog, he always wants to play Cody.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Momochi's Cody, it's art.
He's really good at Cody.
Beautiful.
Really
I hope he goes back to him.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot more shanking involved.
So, well,
Guy, I'm also very scared of.
I didn't know much about Guy, but the only thing I know is when you do the F break, if you didn't press anything, it recovers faster.
Yeah, so on the ground, they can't really do anything to you. If they try to throw you, normal throw, you can grab.
So I presume you are trapped in a corner.
Yeah.
You did a middle punch, he blocks it, and you flip immediately to the end of the screen.
Yeah.
I think it's really hard for him to punish. So you can run away more easily now.
His EX Hurricane kick now has a better hitbox, so now he has a really good wake up option. Yeah. I think another thing in this version changes across all the characters, not only for Guy, is that the moves that you need to hold down. So Chun-Li's stomp kicks, Guy's elbow drop. Now you don't need to hold, and also DeeJay from AE, you don't need to hold down only. Before, you could only activate it when you held down. But if you did like diagonal down or diagonal back down, it wouldn't come out. But now they're much more lenient with the inputs, and I really like that.
That's crazy.
DeeJay,
yes.
DeeJay is going to be scary in my opinion. His far medium punch is like 90 damage or something. You can cancel into it.
He can cancel super into ultra.
What is that? Why did they give him that? That's so strange.
That's something like what only Dan has, but the one that Dan has is like pretty much useless.
It's such a strange property. His rolling Sobat kicks is going to be better for the damage wise. Yeah. So that's it for the character nerfs and the buffs. I think we've covered all the characters. The next event that we have happening is this Saturday, the 27th of August.
It's on 4 p.m. Singapore time.
That's going to be 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Cali time.
China qualifier. Top 2 players will get to go to China. Thanks to TK for organizing Virtualand TK, organizing all and providing all Street Fighter players and all arcade players, fighting games with 16 Viewlix Street Fighter machines in Bugis. 12 outlets all over the world. Singapore is so small. Every 10 minutes you take a bus, you can see a Virtualand TK. We love you, TK. Continue to do it. We love you.
TKA, or just Singapore in general, is just, I think, the next Dubai. Just ridiculous, obnoxious, ostentatious displays of wealth. There's no reason to cram 16 official Viewlix cabinets into one arcade, but they're doing it. We just came back from Japan. I've never even seen such a luxurious setup like that.
Yeah, there's not even that much setup in Japan in one arcade.
Yes.
This is just one arcade with 16 Viewlix.
Ridiculous.
Crazy, yeah.
Singapore, the economy is so good right now. They can afford to do that. And you can catch that on twitch.tv/crosscountertv.
Both of us will be commentating over there.
Yes.
And I'll be joining. Are you?
Yes. I think so.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go at China and do cross-counter Asia.
Okay.
It's the Chinese version.
And lastly, I guess we've been listening to the fans, the feedback, and we know there's been a lot of subpar interviews with shoddy translations, and we know you're tired of that. You want to see some gameplay, so check out our live commentary on the China tournament, and also for the next episode we're going to be doing some
recap on godsgarden
and
the Saudi suit reanimation. I'm going to analyze the match for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I know everybody want to know what happened to me. The Ultra 2 caught my launch punch.
Shout outs to Lap Chi for setting that up. We're going to go back in time. There's so much good footage out there, and we haven't gotten time to review it, but we promise you the next episode you're going to be seeing some Street Fighter. No more of this.
Thanks shout to Lap Chi for giving us permission to all the Saudi suit reanimation videos. Yeah. Lap Chi. Thank you.
All right, I think that's all we have for today.
Yeah. So,
see you next time on Cross Counter Asia.